I'm really interested about the relationship between flow and physical pain. I do a lot of work with people when it comes to chronic back pain, and the mind body connection is a central part of the work that I do with people. So when somebody doesn't feel physical pain or exhaustion, is that because there's some type of other physical change, or is that more so just the shift in our mental perception of those sensations?
Let me first say, I broke my back 4 years ago. Exploded my L4 and L5 facet. I mean, like spider webbed it. I'm one of the first people in history to use stem cells to fix a broken back. By the way, so it's back. My back is back. But I had, I've broken everything. I lived with chronic back pain for about 3 years, somewhere between like a 5 and a 6, sometimes up to a 7 on the pain scale. It was the hardest thing I've ever dealt with. So I'm just saying this because my sympathy goes out. Heart goes out to those people. I live with that. It is really hard. And to talk about a flow blocker, wow, is it hard to push back past that? The answer to your question is there are a bunch of neurochemicals that underpin flow. Among them are anandamide and endorphins. So anandamide is the exact same psychoactive that is found in marijuana. It's an endocannabinoid. We have an internal endocannabinoid system, right? It's the second immune system, essentially. It runs on anandamide. When you smoke pot, take an edible, whatever, it's pushing up anandamide. Why do you smoke pot? To provide cancer relief, pain relief, because it deadens pain. So that's part of it. The other part is endorphins are internal opiates. Endorphins mean opiates internal, right? There are 20 endorphins. The most common is 100 times more potent than medical morphine. So when you're in flow, you're the most really like high level anandamide. And I don't know what that did. Like I've never heard somebody say, oh, it drops. I find that anandamide can usually, like getting stoned. I've broken a lot of bones. I've healed a lot of stuff. I don't like opiates. So I'll use marijuana way more. And I find if my pain is at a 6, it'll take it to a 4, but it's a dull 4 that I can ignore, right? It usually gets to the point that I can ignore it. So I don't know how you compare that, but that's why flow works. In fact, funny story, I've got a new knee. I've got a brand new ACL. And I was skiing the other day, and I'm just now at the point in the recovery. I'm 10 months in, about a month ahead of schedule in my training, and I can start to ski like me. I can go faster. I can go off piste. I can cut. And I fucking took a really sharp turn around a tree, and my knee hurt. And I was really worried because I was deep in flow. And I was like, oh crap, when this, like, I can't, it hurt a little. And I was like, I was like, I can't tell if I just hurt myself or not, because this feels great. I'm having a blast of my life, but I got to go shut it down now. And I was fine. I actually didn't hurt the knee, but I was like, I couldn't tell. And I've learned sometimes with certain times, like my back pain, for example, now, like, I've got low-grade chronic back pain that's going to come back when I ski. It's not sharp enough to get me off the hill, and I can usually flow through it until the end of the day. But when the flow goes away, I'm like, oh yeah, you broke your back. I could tell. Like, there it is.
Are you familiar with the work of Dr. John Sarno at all when it comes to mind body work and chronic back pain, or no?
Mm-mm. No. That name sounds a little familiar, though.
So he's had a profound, he's dead now, but his work had a profound impact on my life. So similar to you, I had two massive disc herniations in my lumbar spine, L4, L5, and L5S1. Um, all different types of physical treatments didn't help me. Physical therapy, shots, was very, very close to getting surgery. And then I found out about Dr. John Sarno and his work on the mind body connection and how,
I'm making a note.
how chronic back pain.
What do I read?
The Mind Body Prescription by him, and also Healing Back Pain by Dr. John Sarno.
One thing I have to say, because you've brought it up 2 or 3 times, and it's just worth. So, are you familiar with Ellen Langer at Harvard?
Yep. Yeah.
Ellen's my favorite. Ellen's lovely. I love her. She's amazing. She's a huge hero of mine, and I just really, we've had her on our podcast. We tried to do some research together. We haven't done it yet, but she's just amazing. But her work, if anybody has literally like, you're young enough that you don't remember this, but when I came into this field in the early 1990s, the mind-body connection, like there was no mind-body connection. Yeah. Don't talk about the mind-body connection. Don't talk about consciousness. Don't talk about emotions. These are not real topics for science. Like you would get laughed out of the freaking room. And I took flow, Rick Doblin took psychedelics, Richie Davidson took meditation, Andy Newberg took mystical experiences, and Ellen Langer took the mind-body connection. It took freaking and a whole bunch of other people, right? And it took like 20, 30, 40 people working like step by step for 30 years to like disavow us of like the errors of the 20th century. It took a lot of work. A lot of people worked really hard on that one.